Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's our first premium live event in the new TWFC arena, the Takeover. And we will start things off to crown a new Intercontinental Champion. We're using the old International Championship title, now rebranded the Intercontinental Championship. And that man right there looking to capture the only title he's never won. But he's gonna have to go through this man right here, Swerve Strickland, accompanied to the ring by Prince Nana. What a match this could be, but wait, there's more. The social media superstar himself, Logan Paul, also joining the field. So this will be a triple threat match under triple threat rules to crown us a new Intercontinental Champion. We're jumping right into things. We got to crown some champions. We got to get back to business, baby. This match right here would start the show off and they would get right into it. Look at Cena and Swerve using a little double team action to take Logan Paul out later on. John Cena with the quick suplex of his own to Swerve. And the hits would keep coming. John Cena whipping Logan. Oh, Logan with a reversal, but Cena catches him. Watch the athleticism of Logan Paul to sneak out of that and drop Cena right in the middle of the ring. Logan Paul would keep the action coming, putting the pressure on the Swerve with that side suplex, punching Swerve up in the corner as Nana looks on. And oh, he ran right into a big boot from Swerve. Swerve goes to the top, and a big blockbuster on Cena as Cena was trying to pick up Logan Paul later on. Oh, what a power driver, an inverted power driver, too. And Cena would break up the pin. That was a close one. Everybody wants to be the Intercontinental Champion. Oh, Logan Paul rammed into the pole. Here in this new era of TWFC, the attitude adjustment and Cena. But wait a minute, a frog splash. Logan Paul's gonna steal it. No, Cena gets the shoulder up just in the nick of time. Look at this. Oh, the pulverizer. And that would be it. But Cena pulls Paul into the STFU. Cena's got it locked in. Could he get it? And Logan Paul taps out. John Cena kicks off this new era of TWFC by becoming a Triple Crown champion. It is John Cena's last full year as an active talent, and we got a new Intercontinental champion, ladies and gentlemen. That was a hell of a way to kick off our opening contest here in this new era of TWFC. John Cena, the face that runs the place once again. But up next, Jacob Fatu taking advantage of the new era, saying that he's the hardcore champion unless somebody would answer his challenge. And look who would show up to answer his challenge. We didn't think anybody was going to dispute his claims. He wanted to start off as champion. Would the intimidation factor work? Oh, a big clothesline from Fatu, dropping Darby Allin. Darby always ready to rise to the occasion, but this was a huge task. Jacob Fatu meaner than ever. But Darby with the steel chair, anything goes here. That's how you equal things out with the big man. Darby propping it up in the corner and a big punch. Jacob Fatu looking to just absolutely smash Darby in that corner with the chair. But Darby rakes the face of Jacob Fatu and the momentum shifts. A big flipping stunner from Darby, and later on, oh, one too many risks as he slammed down on that trash can. This was an excellent David versus Goliath match, but look at that pop-up Samoan drop. And would that be enough for Jacob Fatu? No, Darby gets his shoulder up. Remember, Fatu just self-proclaimed himself the champion, but Darby has something to say about it. And look at this, a Canadian destroyer to the big man. Darby has an opening. Darby would go to the top. You know what he's looking for, a coffin drop. Could he pull the upset? No, he didn't even get a 1 count. Jacob Fatu is an animal, and later on a big slam from Jacob Fatu, which would lead to the big moonsault, crushing Darby below the chairs, and the 3 count. Jacob Fatu, the fans not too happy. They've been asking for Darby for a long time. There's just always somebody in the way. Stomps from Jacob Fatu after the match would lead to the Icon Sting showing up and helping out his right-hand man, Darby. Jacob Fatu retreating, but he is the TWFC Hardcore Champion. And that would bring us to our TakeOver main event, ladies and gentlemen. We already know what it is. Don Callis' man, Evan Bourne, fresh off the return. He was out for over a year with neck problems, trying to get back to main event status. He has a rightful claim to one of the best TWFC athletes ever. But this man right here, the TWFC Undisputed Champion, the ultimate underdog in terms of nobody thought he had a chance to win the big one. Can he hold on to the championship? Don Callis would like to see it be a short reign, and that's what he's expecting here. Mark Briscoe's first ever defense of the TWFC Undisputed Championship would be underway. Don Callis looking on, and Evan Bourne would start off strong with the big suplex, putting him up into the corner later on, and look at this, coming off the ropes, and a big drop kick. Evan Bourne in control in the early going, but look at this big suplex into the corner. Gives Mark Briscoe some life here, and Mark Briscoe going for it, but oh, look at that brainbuster on the apron. Both men were down, and Evan Bourne would try to capitalize, but Mark Briscoe flipped over to a neck breaker. Fighting on the outside here, risking a double count out. Mark Briscoe doesn't care. He's a wild man. Right in front of our capacity crowd, a big elbow drop onto the barricade right there. Evan Bourne with way more big match experience than Mark, but Mark is a veteran. Look at him come off of the chair and springboard. He missed, and what a crash landing straight to the floor. Hit his leg on that chair. Evan Bourne in control with the gut-wrench slam right down onto that chair. 2. No, Mark Briscoe just gets the shoulder up. Evan Bourne couldn't believe it, but later on, look, the fans not liking this. Oh, what a backflip, and the knees to the back of the neck of Mark Briscoe. Callis likes what he's seeing, and 2 right here, a dead eye to Evan Bourne. Evens things up, and later on in the match, Mark Briscoe and him would get into a fast back and forth, but a poison Rana, my God, and a hidden blade with the chair. The championship reign comes to it. No, Mark Briscoe somehow gets the shoulder up. Mark reverses the tombstone, but Callis grabs the leg. No, he stops him and hits Bourne with the tombstone. What a reversal. And the big elbow. 1, 2. Oh, come on. Don Callis takes out the ref. Mark had it, but Mark moves, and Evan hits Don Callis. Look at this. Jay Drilla. Would that be enough? 1, 2. Yes, Mark Briscoe has successfully defended the TWFC Undisputed Championship here in the first premium live event of our new TWFC era. We asked for somebody to step up, and Mark Briscoe certainly has. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will probably do a couple little quick events like this. I'm getting back into the routine of filming matches, just getting all the way caught back up. About to get the backstage and locker room set up so we can pump out these storylines. But one way or another, we're getting back into the groove, and we're going to start pumping that content out.